Well, in recent months, dozens of Republicans and a handful of Democrats have been pushing for the passage of something called the Born Alive Survivors Protection Act. The bill would make it explicit that babies who survive botched abortions are entitled to medical care to keep them alive. Democrats in both the House and the Senate, though, have stopped those bills from becoming law or even receiving a vote. Democrat Tina Smith said the bill was unacceptable because it would provide, quote, inappropriate medical treatment and interfere with important medical decisions. More prudent Democrats suggest it's simply a waste of time. But here's some data that might change your mind. Turns out there have been quite a few babies born alive and allowed to die after abortions. Data from 50 states say at least 40 have been born alive following botched abortions just in the last year. This figure is not sensationalistic, it's not made up, it's not from activists. It's straight from state health data. Minnesota, for example, since 2011, 11 babies excuse me, have been born alive during induced abortions. In Arizona, at least 10 have been born alive. And in Florida, there have been 19 cases of babies born alive in abortions. Now, in most instances, the born alive child died within 24 hours. That's just 3 states. Most U.S. states don't even require the collection of data on botched abortions. So it's almost certain that there are dozens or even hundreds of other cases happening in the rest of the country. We don't know that, but it seems obvious. If that's true, that would make botched abortions more common than deaths from mass shootings. Think about that for a minute. In a sane society, this would be a national scandal. America is allowing late-term abortion, but some of the victims are inconveniently surviving. You'd think we would at least want to know how often this happens and do our best to ensure that the survivors are kept alive. But no. Currently, that is not the case at all. For the Democratic Party, medical care for most vulnerable is, quote, inappropriate and unacceptable. Worth knowing.